Need to make some horns for a costume quickly? This video will show you how. Hi, I'm James, and welcome to another video in my cosplay Halloween series. I did a quick little workshop on making these and thought that I would create sort of a short video and even some kit filled with materials to just facilitate other folks that want to make them. I'm well aware that these are far from the best crafted little costume horns out there, but I wanted to just show a very, very basic approach with a minimum of tools and materials. And so I will get into other ways that these could be sort of further improved and embellished as we finish up the video at the end. So if you're interested and want to try it for yourself, let's give this video a go. So to get started, you'll want to gather all the tools and materials you'll need. So all you'll need for this approach is just some scissors, a hot glue gun, some recycled cardboard tubes, which make it a little easier, although you can work with just flat cardboard. And then, of course, some headbands. I had found some recycled Mickey Mouse headbands, which you can insert those ears into the tubes for greater gripping, or you could just get some basic headbands as well. And so to get started, you just want to cut it into a short ring, approximately maybe 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch. And then you're going to cut further rings that then you're going to cut them open and sort of overlap them slightly and gluing them inside and on an angle of the first ring that you started with. So as you continue and repeat this approach, you can start considering what kind of curvature and overall size you want to have to the horns. You do want to consider the overall weight, how much extra material you might be attaching to it to further embellish the texture or surface of it, like if you're going to paper mache on top or apply liquid latex or something like that. And then also you can consider in that curvature, is it going to move in a single plane or is it going to start sort of curving around in all 3 dimensions? So you can certainly look at a lot of different inspirations of different types of horns out there in nature to give you a sense of what that form could look like for you. And depending on how much you're overlapping each ring as you tuck it into the previous ring and glue it in place, you might have to start either cutting sections out of your rings or starting to sort of spiral them themselves inside of that. And so again, this is a really quick approach, and I wasn't being too careful with the hot glue, so you could see a lot of the seams, a lot of the hot glue, and that's a consideration in your finished piece based on how you want to handle the overall sort of finished surface of it. As you get towards the tip or point of the horn, you may find it easier to sort of construct those last little couple of segments independently, just making sure that they fit into the rest of the horn that you've already constructed. And once you have that point, then it'll be ready to insert into the rest of the body of the horn. And there you have one finished horn. This particular example obviously is more in kind of a singular flat plane. If you're working with just a plain headband, then it can be helpful to have sort of a little saddle or half loop on the inside of your horn that will give greater surface area to hot glue gun your horn and secure it to that headband. If you happen to find or have those kind of Mickey Mouse-esque headbands, then those ears can be inserted up into the horn and provide really good, secure, large surface area to adhere your cardboard horn to. Here's another view of the segments of the cardboard tube as they start coming together into the horn. And so you can see how with different angles, with how far each segment is being tucked into the previous segment, you can see that'll start to determine the overall sort of size and curvature of your horns. Now, here's a view of a different horn that has a little bit more of a three-dimensional approach. So if you think some horns are sort of created and modeled and have a curvature in a single, more flat plane, and then others kind of start spiraling. And really that can just be done as you're inserting and assembling each of the segments. And so this particular one is almost ready with its point ready to be inserted into the completed horn. Here's a side-by-side comparison of the two different horns that I made for samples for this video, and you can see the slight difference between the one horn that keeps its curvature in a single flat plane and then the other horn that starts kind of spiraling out into all three dimensions. And it really just depends on personal aesthetics and preferences and the overall sort of design and goal for your piece. And as always, it's great to look at different inspiration sources from nature and see what elements that might inspire your creation. Now, since I wasn't applying any other surface treatment to these horns, just to keep the project as quick and as simple as possible for this video, I just went straight out to just put a quick little coating of spray paint onto them. And full disclosure, I just use an old recycled metal stool upside down as my kind of painting armature for whenever I need to just do some quick spray painting on some projects. Now, like I said at the beginning of the video, these are far from the most refined cosplay costume horns that you'll see out there. But again, I just wanted to keep it as simple and as quick as possible. So I think for probably under an hour's work, they're not too bad, and a pretty good, fun, quick little project. And just doing some quick research on different cosplay approaches, you can see a wide myriad of surface treatments available that'll work really well with this approach. So once you have your basic cardboard, horn, hot glue gun together, you could either just cover the thing in sort of a hot glue gun texture, or you could get into applying different liquid latexes, paper maches, all sorts of things. So really the sky's the limit, and just do a little bit of research on that, or maybe I've got to do another video to try it out. Now, Halloween has always been my favorite holiday, so I'm sure I'm going to put together some more videos relating to costumes and cosplay, and so keep an eye out for those. And I hope you enjoyed this little project, and I would love to see what you end up creating, or any other requests or ideas that you have out there. So just reach out and let me know what you think. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit that subscribe button so that you can hear from me when I post future videos. Thanks for stopping by.